were the biggest sign of defiance against the ruthless dictatorship of General Augusto Pinochet. Amid the nationwide demonstrations of July 1986 came one of the most prominent abuses to happen under a regime which killed thousands of its opponents. As they joined the crowds in Santiago, 2 students were set on fire. 19-year-old Rodrigo Rojas died. 18-year-old Carmen Quintana survived horrific injuries.
All of a sudden, one of the soldiers threw something like a kind of Molotov cocktail close to us. As it hit the ground, it exploded, and Rodrigo and I turned into human torches. I went crazy, trying to put the fire out with my hands, throwing myself on the ground.
At the time, Fernando Guzman was a young military conscript. He says that, like other witnesses, he was paid and threatened to keep silent. But now he's given a sworn declaration about what he saw that day.
The only thing that military could not take from me was my dignity. I lost my family, my children, a daughter who I could not acknowledge for fear that they would kill her.
It means 7 former military officers are now in custody and having to account for themselves 3 decades on. The judge has already said that all of them were there at the time of the dousing.
Obviously, the crime changes with Guzman's statement to it being an intentional act. I see this as the main point. So I think the case could get closer to the version of events of the victims.
The events of July 1986 were a turning point for General Pinochet's regime and drew widespread criticism from abroad. In 2003, Rodrigo Rojas' remains were moved to the memorial in Santiago, where Pinochet's other victims are remembered. Carmen Quintana has welcomed the arrests, saying they are better late than never and a chance for the truth to finally be told. But even justice won't fully heal the scars of Chile's brutal past.